Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Please remember, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is our great set of special meetings with Seventh Time Down, a great evangelistic concert, and we really want you to bring people that need Jesus. I do not believe in Christian entertainment, but I do believe that ministry, whether it's ministry of the Word by preaching or by singing, it will plant the incorruptible seed of the Word of God in people's hearts, and we'll have a great harvest. Right now, I want us to go back to the book of Ephesians chapter 4 for our daily devotions today. There's some beautiful thoughts all through chapter 4. This is an absolutely incredible chapter. But there's a couple of things that we often skip over too quickly. Down in verse 19, it says, talking about unsaved people, having lost all sensitivity, they have given themselves over to sensuality, so as to indulge in every kind of impurity with a continual lust for more. With a continual lust for more. It amazes me. Sin always wants more sin. Sin is like a narcotic drug. It's never happy with this much. It always wants more. This is why when people get into a little bit of sexual sin, forgive me, there's no stopping it. You get into a little pornography, forgive me, there's no stopping it. It's like a dam has been breached. There's always a continual lust for more. Now, when we look at that and we look at our past life and we know how sin so controlled us and always demanded more control, what about our current life? Paul says when it comes to our former life, he says, you were taught with regard, verse 22, to your former way of life, to put off the old self. Take that old man off like a set of dirty old clothes, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires and always wanting more. To be made new in the attitude of your minds, to renew your mind with the Word of God, be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Therefore, each one of you must put off falsehood. And he talks about putting off things. When you see a person who's been truly born again, they have put off the old self. They have put off the life of sin that always wants more. And they've been made new in the attitudes of their mind. And they're continually putting on the new self that looks more like Christ. I want to challenge you today. If we were to look at your life, what would we find? Would we find the old self with this continual lust for more sin? Or would we find a constant renewing of your mind, a constant changing of yourself, constantly putting away those old things and putting on the new things? If you really want to live a happy Christian life, please stay away from sin. Well, it doesn't matter how you live, Pastor, we're saved by grace. Yes, we're saved by grace. But then we have to live right. Now, brothers and sisters, you and I are not good at sin anymore. Now, please forgive me, but straight talk. Once you're born again, we're not good at sin anymore. Our conscience has been reawakened and reset. Our desires, there's God on the inside of us, and there's a battle now. Before, we just wanted more and never thought about it. Now, there's a battle in us. Do you really want to have a happy Christian life? Then quit making excuses about the sins in your life. Put off that former way of life. Put on Jesus.